returned once again today to actually deliver another stream of Usogui. I just lost my train of thought during that sentence, my god. My headphones are falling off as well. Sweet, we're good to go. Let me put my headphones down before they actually fall off. Right, so yes, we actually are covering, I'd imagine, most of, if not maybe the entirety of the rest of Sadakuni's arcs. I think there's like 15-ish chapters left, I believe. I might be incorrect on that, but I swear this is the tail end of it. We actually covered quite a lot of it last stream. And yeah, I mean, if crazy was a if you find crazy in the dictionary, I kind of feel like you'll find this manga in there as well, because by god, it's fucking insane. I kind of feel like you just can't predict anything, and then when you're like, okay, I know where this is going, and you're just like, no, I don't. It's that meme of the chart. We read it like, I know where this is going, and he's like, no, I don't. It's just, it happens every single fucking time. I mean, how the entirety of the arc on Ralph vs. Sadakuni was a prime example of that. I was just like, huh. Like I said a couple of times, I don't think even the deduction skills of Light or L from Death Note are on par with Baku at this point. I think Baku, if we actually just put him in any situation, he'll decipher anything. He's like a secret good detective, but you know, he's just not. He's not being a detective at this point. Which now reminds me, there should have been a spin-off where he actually becomes a detective. Right, so let's put on Twitter actually gone live streaming. Come by and get comfy as we read some more Usogui. Cool. Let me change over the page on Twitch so actually you can see the thing a tiny bit better. Right. Let's continue on. Oh, shoot. Right. Also the right chapter number. I do. Cool. Marco. 61. The Father's Heart. Yes, we actually also left on them duking it out as well. Also, kind of realized like everyone's got secret kind of like cool swag in this manga as well. I mean, we did make the joke that that Baku's get out-mogged constantly in this manga, but like if we're actually looking for characters who mog and who actually like can out-mog each other, I do kind of feel like this manga actually is like the prime example of it. It's just like everyone's got that swag about them. It's insane. Finally, the end is finally here. From the pain of living, from the curse of the crimes you've committed, you're finally freed. It's okay. Those days of suffering are now over, Marco. You were a kind-hearted kid. It was all simply too much for you. In this miserable world, trying to become someone's sword and shield, bearing the violence that has befallen onto you all by yourself, is too much for a kind-hearted kid like you. I totally understand. Not to mention that the opponent is a monster that does not hesitate to kill. The fear of being killed is shackling you. You have no chance to win. But thank God, Marco. It's all over now. Come on, let's leave this world together. No. Marco has to stop the missile. Marco has not died yet. I'm gonna be honest with you. If Marco actually pulled the same shit that Raiden does in MGS Rising, I wouldn't be surprised. Like when he's fighting the Metal Gear at the beginning of the game, and then he just like fucking stops it with his body, and actually just turns over completely. I actually kind of feel like if Marco did the same thing at this point in time, I'd be like, yeah, sure, why not? I believe that. I would totally believe you if you told me Marco can actually like stop a missile with just his bare hands. Marco won't listen to you. Ugh. Kill slowly, cruelly, torture them to death, tear off the arms, break the legs. Let me hear a scream of despair. Just like that. That's how I've been committing murders throughout my life. And I made you bear the same sin. But is murder really a sin? When people are born, they're forced to accept the laws and morals of the country they're born in. I believe you can say that all humans are dominated by others the moment they're born. They accept it. Most people accept that's how a society should be. But there are some people who are born with eccentric natures and cannot accept it, just like me. As a result of following my nature, I was killed by an unjust violence. Violence. Yes, to me, what killed me was unjust violence. And so, how just the power is, those whom you execute it on, it's still violence. In other words, in this world, people can't live without violence and murder. No, killing is wrong. Marco won't. My sweet little Marco. Finally, reality is filled with unjust violence. That's the world you're trying to return to. You should have understood that by now. Even so, do you still want to be that man's sword? I'm surprised it still hasn't got adapted to an anime. So this would have been a kick-ass show. My dear Marco, it hurts my heart to see you walk down the path of thorns and spikes. If you still want to become stronger, then fine. Even though I was an awful one, I was still your father. Did it really? Discord's dead, bruh? Fuck. I have noticed that ever since I updated my phone, some notifications just die randomly now. It's just like, oh, okay, that's just dead today. All right, my mail's one of the worst ones. Oh, Centura was actually not too bad today. Like it wasn't bad. I mean, it's Centuri, I guess. Still, I want to grant your wish. I want to give you power. Open that door and return there, Marco. Become the sword of your new master. But don't forget, a sword is made for killing. You can't be called a sword without that determination. Marco has to stop the missile. Marco will help Baku Nichan. Marco. Marco. What are you doing, Marco? It's not that door. Don't go there. You can't open that door. There's a horrible devil in there. No, don't open it, Marco. Marco. I like Marco a lot. I feel like he's one of my favorite characters in the manga. I like him. I like his growth as a character as well. I will never tell you to kill someone. God, kill! I want to kill. Oh, I want to kill. Rodum. Open it. I want to kill. Ah, you are a liar, aren't you? That's like get in the car. We're going to like destroy some dudes. That's a pretty badass. That's a pretty badass panel. Open, kill. I want to kill. That's right, Marco. Become the sword. Become the sword of your new master. Yeah, I kind of feel like what this actually does in theory also do is allow Marco to actually finally like get past where he was originally. Because again, don't get me wrong, it's still early days, so I imagine more shit will happen with Marco's character as time goes on. But I like how it isn't just fixated just on Baku and Sadakuni's actual characters. It's actually exploring Marco's like slow progression to actually become human once again. I like that because again, the bits we see with Marco thus far have been actually been quite cool. He actually is kind of a cool dude. Outside of the mass amount of murder and shit that's actually been happening beforehand, but at the same time, he's just outside of that shell. He's actually kind of a cool dude. It's actually kind of like that. He's slowly getting to that point. I guess as time goes on, there'll be more growth with his character. And I actually can't wait to see it because I feel like Marco's my favorite character thus far. Besides Kaji, I think Kaji's also out there. I thought that I'd taken him down. He should have stayed down for his own good. Well, now he's left me no choice. 62 for the first time. What was that? His aura changed instantly. That word's been fucking destroyed. My god. He's not the same man he was a while ago. Oh, I see. That's why. That's why. So it's you. You are Rodum, right? Move. Marco doesn't want to kill you. But if you get in Marco's way and get kicked to death by Marco, it's none of Marco's business. I kind of feel like the word aura, and then just speaking about the whole thing with like mogging as well. It's just I feel like the internet's destroyed certain words now. That's right. Almost there. There's blood flowing in my body too. I haven't been in the bloody fight for so long. This is fun. Like I said, I kind of feel like it's weird this show's never been adapted to an anime because it kind of feels like it would be like one of those like Kino weekly shows to watch. I mean, it's very long, but at the same time, just adapt it, Madhouse or someone. I don't know. Madhouse has been on a good streak recently. just adapt it. Just adapt it, bros. Okay, well, it's not just Baku at this point. At least it's not Baku that's getting absolutely just outmogged. At least it's just not him. Oh. Oh. I can feel it coming after me. I feel like it will do because a lot of like legacy manga are actually getting adapted now. So I feel like this one probably will be like up there at some point. A killing intent. Strong enough to freeze this heat inside me. Pierce. Cuckoo. Did you feel my killing intent? That tree. The only dead tree over there. And that rock I chose as a mark. Make a line of death. You're standing on it right now. No matter how much killing intent you felt from me. You can't sense a sniper shot from a place with no killing intent. I set the rifle up so that I could pull the trigger with a remote control. Of course he did. It won't be that precise since I estimated it by an eye. Did I get him? Did I miss? No. This is not what I felt. It was not killing intent, but something else. You're right, Yako. People will lose sooner or later. No one. There's no one that can win forever. That's what I said before, but why? Am I remembering it right now? I see. What I felt just now was not killing intent or anything like that. For the first time I felt... He's like, oh shit. The approach of my defeat. It's pretty badass. For what I saw, he was worthless. He had no money to bet, no power to wield. Just a man who had nothing. Here you are. Kakuro referee. 63. Suddenly, destiny. He seemed like a man with nothing, but somehow I sensed something unknown from that kid. From this kid as well. I don't know where you heard about Kakuro, but the referee you asked for has arrived. Shall we begin? This man who called me here is a notorious sodomite in the political circles. I despise his type. The only way for this penniless kid to sit at this table is to use his body as the wager. Good. What beautiful skin. Oh, for fuck's sake, I've got to read this out loud. What beautiful skin he has. The man estimated the value of the kid's body to be 2 million yen. The match was like an avalanche. The kid kept winning and cleverly kept the game going, without making the opponent lose his fighting spirit. During those long hours, the smile disappeared from the man's face. Not his external face, but the one within. Monsters rarely show their true thoughts on their face. Before the man could realize it, he had lost an amount of money that could greatly influence his future. Dumbass. You're still too young. There are no rules forbidding violence in this match. At the time, I was pretty sure the man was thinking something like that, and so was I. You better not, Mr. Referee. We've been living in this world for a long time, so I could tell that it was time for the man to make his move. But the kid started talking at the perfect timing and stopped him. No matter how much you despise people like him, you shouldn't do anything necessary. It's not okay for a referee to lay a hand on their member, right? That almost made me laugh. Who would have believed such nonsense? Hoo hoo hoo. What are you talking about? Hoo 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 hoo. Why do you say that all of a sudden? It sounded like I was going to avenge my defeat by doing whatever it takes to make you forget about my debt. The face that I don't like this man, and the fact that this man is also slightly aware of it, simply by noticing how I never greeted the man after I arrived. This kid grasped those two facts easily. The man started to get suspicious. Not only did he lose the chance to attack, the atmosphere between me and him also became uncomfortable. Once people start to feel insecure, they will become paranoid. His suspicions won't go away no matter what I say anymore. And then suddenly, the kid started to lose. When there was about 10 million yen on his side of the table, the match ended. And then, one day, when you encounter a big match that you can't afford to lose, I hope you will remember me and let me play the match for you a short while later. Some said a young representative started showing up in Kakuro's matches. And one time, the sodomite politician was set up and lost everything he had. Kid, that was a nice trick. I never thought you would even use me. But it looks like you were out of luck. Even though you had such big winnings at the beginning, you ended up with 10 million yen. Yeah, you still recommended yourself to him. That's impressive. You don't understand a thing, do you? By the way, you're too intimidating to people. Maybe you're not suited for being a referee. What did you say? I didn't lose because of luck. I had to. If I kept winning, I'd be killed for sure. This was not just a gamble. I had to make predictions. Predicting the situation before it gets worse. That's the essence of gambling. From my observation, 10 million was the most I could get. After winning back that much, that guy could also save face. He's a painless guy. That's how you do it. Being strong is not always the best trait. But if the referee was not you, I probably couldn't have won half of this amount. I was lucky that the first referee I met was you. I see. If I become a member, you'll be my exclusive referee. You'll be able to witness how I keep winning from now on. Ha! Oh my god, the dude like fucking ascended. My god, my man's ascended in the background. Holy shit. God, he's been mocking so hard since back in the day. Everyone's just ascending behind him. That's when the good kush hits. Being strong is not always the best trait, huh? Baku Ni-chan. Markin? Okay, got it. Hey Marco, hurry up. I can't move for a while. Go take care of that mustache guy. Alright. We can't directly influence the situation here, but it seems like luck is on my side. If this goes on, you're going to lose an amount of money, which is far larger than something you bet with us, right? I know what you're after. The guy who's using Sada-chan and you share the same objective. Predicting the situation before it gets worse is the essence of gambling. Sada-chan, I want to ask you something before you get hanged. Where did you want to send the missile to? My revolution hasn't ended yet. You're bluffing about my comrades being killed. They just prioritized launching the missile over saving me. You're really something. I wonder if you're just naive or a fool. But anyway, I can more or less estimate it. I heard what type of missile it was from my cell phone, considering its range. The target is probably the Tokyo Stock Exchange in Tokyo, or that top-class corporation which is also in Tokyo. Shuhei Corporation, whose stock prices rose to the highest at the beginning of the year. Attacking those two should be the most efficient and realistic, right? You're being used because you wanted to attack the icon of Japanese corporations, Shuei corporations. Some people were keeping tabs on you, and their goal is to wait for the stock price to bottom out. They're trying to make an astronomical profit by short selling Japanese stocks en masse. Holy shit! Okay. Rumor says that a terrorist organization did the same thing during 9/11. That's the one that's using Sadai-chan and the alien who's following suit. You guys must have put in a huge investment. However, the missile launch has been stopped, which means all your money will go poof. He do be having those panels though. He got those panels in him. He got those panels. He also got that swag too. Holy shit. He's dripped out. My boy's dripped. Not sure about the pose though. Not too sure about the pose. It's unique. 64, truth behind the revolution. I don't know how much you invested, but you shorted the stocks through margin trading. And once the stock price drops, you'll make an insane amount of money. It's just my guess, but for short selling, Shuei Corporation will be the best target. If short selling goes well, all you need to do is wait. Short selling, a type of trading where you profit if the stock price falls and lose money if the price rises. Margin trading, taking loans and using that money to trade stocks. Until the missiles destroy the building and make the stock prices plummet. Sada-chan, to the people around you, your revolution is nothing but a sweet moneymaker. Have you thought about it? A missile and a launcher with a range that can reach Tokyo. Let's say you had just a little bit more to collect until you could make the payment. They still shipped such things to Japan before the result of the match came out. No matter how you look at it, it's suspicious. From the start, they were always going to fire the missile and make you the culprit, no matter how the match turned out. However, Sada-chan, who's going to be hanged, the arms dealer, and the alien who's following suit, all the liars will be the losers. I mean, he's getting the mog back. He's mogging a little bit harder now, I must admit. He's mogging a little bit more. The businessman, I'm reluctant to dirty my hands with terrorist activity, but I've invested too much money in this. There's no turning back. Although not as much as he will make, I'll make a fortune too. Oh, what? What? Don't tell me. Marco will stop the missile. You got defeated, Kiara-kun. This is bad. It's not just about my money. Marco will beat you up. If I don't launch the missile, he will definitely kill me. What should I do? My wager was 250 million yen, plus the pipe-smoking Nissan's 1.3 billion yen. It's about 1,550 million in total. We bet it on the missile. We bet it on the missile won't be launched. You better prepare your money. Today's game is your loss. Is it a gun? Bakusan's provocation, there we go, made him angry. It's a magic trick. This time, somehow, this is pissing me off. I was sure that you'd order Kakuro to launch the missile. Of course not. Leader, it's getting quicker and quicker. Once a month, it's getting harder to keep up with it. Madarame Baku, huh? Baku-kun, for such a simple gamble about whether the missile will be launched, I think I still win without doing anything. Besides, I told Sadakuni-kun that Kakuro won't interfere with his revolution. I never planned to do anything from the beginning. Even if I do nothing, I believe luck will be on my side, right? By the way, I don't remember telling a lie whatsoever. Nah, he's lost the mog. He lost the mog once again. He lost it. It's gone. Luck, huh? If it has anything to do with luck, we're not gonna lose, because we have the clever creep Kaji-chan, Usogui, just now. Huh? The missile was launched. Huh? Oh my. I mean, let's be real. I kind of feel like um Marco will just stop it with his bare hands and just launch it somewhere else. Debt collector Yako Hikoichi. After some after securing handsome waiters, I'm going to do my collection mission that was delayed. Sneaking into the drug lord Enrique's house. Help me. That's Enrique. And the other one is, who's there? Assuming that will be another debt collector, I knocked him down before he took my prey. Now the bonus is mine, and the day of opening my butler cafe is one step closer. While I was happy thinking that, an unbelievable sight shocked me. This was the first time I met this man. Why does this guy have the same eyebrows as mine? I mean, he's got it. He's cool. He's got it. I must admit. So 65, getting anxious. It's no use. I really don't have time to waste right now. Yako-san, can you do it for me? Because our leader's words. Now I can't do anything except run for my life. My instinct tells me that I can never defeat this monster. Usogui, just now the missile was launched. Yeah, I kind of feel like just Marco just comes in, just MJS rising the shit out of his whole entire chapter. What did she say? I heard she said that the missile was launched. It sounded so surreal. Of course, because I haven't seen anything. I've only been hearing them talk about it. The weapons, the missiles, the arms dealer. I haven't seen any of them because I've been in this tunnel this whole time. Breaking news, please remain calm. We don't have the details yet, but the Tokyo Stock Exchange was is such news being broadcasted right now? I wouldn't even have considered if such a thing is realistic or not. I would never believe this. I would never. But somehow, ever since I plunged into this world, something's been wrong with me. Part of me has started to accept these kinds of things. Ronko, wait. That's Ronko, it seems that I made a mistake. That's not the ATACMs. It's not a missile. It's a rocket, an M26 rocket. In that MLRS, there are 6 M26 rockets and one ATACMS. It's to make others unable to tell which one is the ATACMS. Seems like the one that was launched was an M26 rocket. Also, a nice bit of trivia here. M26 is also a motorway in the UK. The range. Oh god, I can't actually get back into the cup holder. The range is short. If we're lucky, it'll land in the woods. Leo, don't scare me, you idiot. He's always jumps to conclusion without thinking. It was a rocket, not a missile. The bet is on whether the missile will be launched or not. Theoretically, it's not a missile, but it's not a missile. But this ambiguous gamble is based on verbal agreement with no referee. I wonder how it will end. By the way, I thought Marco made it in time. What the hell is he doing? How? Marco will stop the missile. Wait, please listen to me first. Well, you got me. just you know what's going on here? What's this? Man's got a little devious smile. He's got a little devious boy. After seeing you risk your life fighting Kiara, just to stop the missile, my heart was touched. Huh? But you wanted to fire the missile just now. Let me finish. Yes, I was sitting there operating the system. It was a bit too late. The change of my mind, the change of my mind and your arrival were both too late. The launch is counting down right now. I'm sorry, but I completed activating the system just now. Huh? So that means you can't do that. That's why I told you to let me finish. If you follow my instructions, you can still stop the missile. I can do it myself. You don't trust me, right? So you should do it yourself. Yeah, leave the door open. First, the right one. Yes, press it. And then the lever on the left. Hurry up, don't look at the screen. Your fingers are shaking. Calm down. Ugh. Don't press the wrong button. Oh, mustache. Fuck. Where the hell are you? Huh? Really? Is this really gonna work? Or after I thought that after I thought I was so freaking close? That kid's unbelievable. How could he get so anxious and pressing the wrong button? I shouldn't have given him pressure by saying it was counting down. Anyway, excellent. I'm doomed. Now I better kill myself. Now I'd better kill myself in this forest. Man, it seems like the problem here has been solved. No matter how many steps you're ahead of the situation or the enemies, the things the brains can do are still limited. In the end, you still have to leave things to luck. When you run out of luck, you have to pay the price. Just now, you tripped over a tie stone for the first time. Such a cool panel. A life where you continue to win forever? What a joke. Leader, it's over. A rocket? Let's see. As a member, Kurama-san said what was launched was a rocket, and what we bet on was whether the missile will be launched. Now that the rocket has landed in the mountain, although the police won't set foot in this tunnel, they'll start to investigate the surroundings. We better leave now. Let's end this ranking battle in 5 seconds. Is that a real 5 seconds or a DBZ 5 seconds? That's a real question. After watching you fight, I've got an idea. The battle just now doesn't count. Because I feel sorry to all referees in the past who fought for the sake of their number. The meaning of the numbers will now return and the ranking battle will be reborn. And finally, after we watch Sadakuni-kun's hanging, we'll call it a day. 66. Oops. That's a bit too much. So 66, sacrificing. The so-called number represents excellence that surpasses others. Manling. I can't say words. My fucking god. Manliness and strength that determines others. Rarity and skill that are capable of accomplishing the most important missions. It's a title that the first leader gave to the referees. Excellence, manliness, strength, rarity, and skill are all pronounced the same as number in Japanese. Ah. A battle for climbing onto a higher rank will also be born. By competing with each other wasn't a duty of referees. Therefore, a rule was set for this inappropriate battle, and that is a time of 10 seconds. In a ranking battle, the challenger has to kill their opponent in 10 seconds, and the one who accepts will fight back with all their might. As we're in the middle of the fight, the time limit will be half of it, 5 seconds. This is a fight that requires no defense. A fight for taking over the life known as a number. If the fight doesn't end in 5 seconds, the challenger Meerkama will be executed. To reach a higher position, you need to bet your life on it. How's that, Meerkama? Isn't this more exciting than the current boring ranking battle? It has become a performance nowadays. Very well. That's exactly what I want. I made up my mind. There's only one way. The fight will be over in 5 seconds. Marco hasn't returned yet. Exactly what are they gonna do about Baku-san's debt? Alright, the fight begins. 1. 2. I was I was able to accomplish everything. There was nothing that wouldn't go as I planned. I was special. I was considered gifted ever since I was born. My power, my brain, my power, my everything. I was so outstanding that I had no dreams. I didn't need such things. Yet why did I? No, it doesn't need a reason. Without a reason, the moment I laid my eyes on him, I was charmed. But that revolutionist, who has no fear of death, no hesitation, no regrets in taking people's lives, after seeing that unprecedented underlying demeanor from Sadakuni-sama, I realized how insignificant my existence was. It's been 5 seconds. The fight is over. Bekama failed his challenge, so he will be executed. I heard Noah's report on my way here. It seems that Meikama has been helping Sadakuni-kun cheat. I want to confirm if that's true, but it's no longer necessary. And luckily, it happens that we have 2 hangmen here. You can be hanged with Sadakuni-kun like friends. That's right. That's how I struggle. Sadakuni-sama will die anyway. I can only die with this man whose dream has been broken with no regrets. Oh, he's been standing there as if he has attained enlightenment. How unpleasant. My revolution was taken advantage of to make money. So stupid. My wish is to cause a massacre. It's complete as long as people die. As long as lots of people die and lots of lives are trampled, my revolution is a success. What? You trash. If you want to see me struggle pitifully, it's not going to happen. This is my destiny. Death is nothing to be feared. It's my destiny. Don't you die like this. This is not destiny. Your death is karma. For your pointless killing and meaningless revolution. By the way, Sada-chan, you never died before. How do you know death is not scary? What a fool. Sadakuni-sama is not afraid of death. He has long overcome such an emotion. He is always ready to sacrifice his life. He has no regrets, neither do I. So dark. I was so close. I was almost out of the darkness. My revolution was a step away from success. I'm going to die? In such a place? Ugh. Am I going to die in such a place? Damn it! I don't want to die. Are you fucking kidding me? What are you doing after all of that? Don't you struggle like a fucking coward now? What was I doing all of this for? That's what happens. It happens. People big up the idea like, I ain't afraid of death, bruh. And then when death is like, wabam, be like, oh shit. It happens every single fucking time. God, my nose is actually dying. Holy shit. It hurts. It hurts, doesn't it, Sada-chan? I won't let you die as a monster. You should at least die as a human. He turned a religious fanatic who had no fear of death back into a human in his very last moments. What is he? The devil? Phew, it's over. You'll be free to be charmed by your members, but you should have chosen the right one, Meikama. Did the quality of referees fall down recently? Well, setting that aside, this match will finally end after you take the money. It's an interesting way of doing it because, again, he's always had his very stoic personality his whole entire time. Like, oh, I don't give a shit about nothing, bruh. And then when on the edge of death, he's like, actually, wait a minute. And Baku actually managed to actually make him human again. It's kind of interesting in a way. Ugh, they're dead. A moment ago, they were still alive. Their voices could still be heard. But now, the 2 people in front of me are dead. This is the end of those who bet their lives on lives in gambling. Now, Kaji-sama, Baku-sama. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. God, my nose is dying. Fucking hell. I don't know what's going on with my nose today. The 1 billion yen you won from Hangman, minus 30% of what the man owners wagered on you. There's 248.8 million yen left. Luck comes with. Please confirm the amount. Is it okay if we take the money now? When they take Baku's son's life immediately, of course we'll take this money, but it's not enough. Our personal bet, the missile wasn't launched, so you owe me another half. Ah. No, Baku-san, stop it. Just let it go. Compared to money, our lives are more important. We don't have any allies in here. Obviously, ending it like this would be best. What are you thinking? Aren't you afraid? Well, of course I'll pay the money. I'd admit that I lost in our personal bet. I paid Kurama-san too. But the two of us were just stopping by after we finished some other business. So how do I put this? I came here empty-handed. This is a personal bet, so I have to pay with my own money. You know what I'm saying. Call this my nature or a principle that I don't want to break. Anyway, to put it simply, I'll transfer the money. Or if you want cash, you'll have to wait about 30 minutes. No way. You pay right after you lose. That's common sense, right? You shouldn't have accepted the bet if you didn't have the money. I'm not going to wait. That's your problem. But this is a personal bet after all. Even if you don't pay me, there's nothing I can do, right? The hell are you saying? With that logic, your life too should be collected right away. I see. I know why you're acting so tough. Even though your life could be taken, you're saying that you have control of the missile. And if you want to take if I want to take your life, you'll blow up this place. Marco won't let the missile be fired. Marco will protect it. What to do? I've got two options: to be intimidated by your tough attitude and listen to whatever condition you're about to suggest, since you don't want to wait for the money, or to judge that you're just bluffing and hang you to death right now. Luck comes with the proper judgment, and I have never misjudged anything ever. I made up my mind. I will. Ugh. Was that okay? Is that such a condition proposed by Usogui? Yeah, I think it's alright. Though it's impossible to aim the missile here in such a short time, then why? I see. That's why. You two losers are really getting along with each other. Fine, Kiara. I'll spare your life this time. But you've left Kakuro. Don't forget that your life is always being targeted. Kiara, I don't lose, never have, and never will. I will show you a gambler who wins forever. Two losers getting along with each other, huh? By the way, I managed to bluff my way out just now, but he's such a slave driver. Hello? Are you the guy who the guy known as a leader? All right, 68. Are you the guy known as the leader? Who are you? How do you get this number? Right, including yours, I can get the number of anyone I want. Let's assume that I'm someone of that rank. I'd like to discuss various things with you, but let's cut to the chase. With the power of your organization, you can still make it in time. Launch the missile that my arms dealer failed to. 68 hidden ambition. I know that you're also in this stock game. Doesn't it quite fit your image? Does it? Doesn't quite fit your image, does it? After all, you're the leader of Kakuro, the gambling organization that's been dominating the dark side of Japan. The result of a bet has no significance. Rules are just like the shavings from an eraser compared to achieving your goals. So go, hurry, and launch the missile. 68 hidden ambition. Some time ago, leader, it's about time you should prepare. Oh my. It's kind of weird for us who invited you to say it, but look at this prominent lineup. Position in Ministry of Defense, position in Ministry of Foreign Affairs, position in Asamai newspaper, position in Cabinet Intelligence and Research Office. Although you're from different departments, the four of you are elites who have passionately discussed the politics of this country with us. I'm a little nervous standing in front of all of you, who I've been hoping to become close friends with. Elites, give me a break. Compared to the three of you young elites from the public prosecutor office, what kind of elites are we? Oh my, let's leave the modesty for the next occasion. By the way, all four of us here will one day rise to a position that can influence the country greatly. It's very impressive. You could set up a meeting with all of us. So, why are we here? What exactly are you planning? It's hard to believe, but seems like you're serious. Don't worry, I won't laugh this off. Only a scum without the ability to achieve that would think this is a joke. However, regardless, even with our connections and the power of media, it's still not enough to make that happen. We're not going to do this recklessly like those young officers who were touched by Kita Iki's an outline plan for the realization of Japan and started the February 26th incident. What are you hiding? You wouldn't tell us this without some secret weapon, right? Oh. In 1936, a group within the Japanese army known as the Young Officers infamously attempted a coup after being inspired by the political book Kita Iki. Oh, okay. As expected. You guys are sharp. Onokami Makoto, the prosecutor general. No way. Such a big shot is. How about it, everyone? Why not let me into this conversation too? In order to manipulate the politicians and influence this country, let's create a new organization. Huh. The Japanese police has become too corrupt for the Public Security Bureau, which belongs to the same department, to clean up. We're going to create a new organization which holds higher power than the police's, to supervise the police and support the country. I see. That sounds interesting. But we need something, like an opportunity. If something which has greater influence than the media or public opinion, and also shows that the police is not capable of protecting this country, happens, then the plan will work smoothly. Such as terrorism? I didn't say that. But yeah, if a terrorist fires some weapon like a missile or rocket, well, if there's some trace showing that terrorism has happened in this country, this plan will be more possible. Let's leave such a delusion aside. What are you saying? What you're saying is that as long as it's perfectly planned, the four of you will act, right? Launch the missile? Well, I refuse. What? At the moment, there's a rule that I impose on myself. You can say that I'm acting according to that rule. Like you said, maybe I can launch the missile, but where's the fun in that? It won't be fun. It won't be any fun to me. If you fail to launch the missile, you should just accept it and give up. Besides, I don't know anything about the short selling of the stocks. What? Fine. You'll regret turning against me. Greetings, leader. Everything went just as planned, leader. Oh, you were here? Prosecutor General Onokami, how did it go? Yes, sir. I've sent out the information on the M26 rocket being launched. The media will soon report it, and there will be a huge uproar all over the country. I'm sure those three will start to act for your monthly game, leader. That rocket was enough for me, though I got involved in a weird bet. So if a terrorist fires some weapon like a missile or rocket, if there's some trace showing that terrorism has happened in this country, seems like the game for this month, establishing a new organization, is done. Needless to say, Kakuro will be the one controlling it. Sadakuni-kun. This is how a revolution is done. Oh shit! Okay. Right. Okay. That's a. We're going to probably go to chapter 70, I think. I'm 69 at the moment, so we'll go to 70, I think. So 69 conditions. Now, Baku-sama, we're going to take the 248.8 million yen you won. Is that okay? Why? Luck comes with the proper judgment. I've never misjudged anything. I've made my decision. First, let's hear your condition. Oh, really? Well, it's not that big. It's not that big of a deal. But I'll use the money I won from Hangman today and the winnings from the bet between us, huh? To become a Kakuro member again. I do like how now you've actually seen him. He's actually not eclipsed in darkness anymore. I kind of felt it's a nice little neat touch because this is taking place just beforehand. So it's kind of neat that you actually now seen him. They actually don't eclipse him in the actual manga anymore. I didn't want to be the one be at the front lines, but I guess you can say that this is some kind of fate. There's no point hiding myself behind the scenes anymore, and I'll go for it seriously this time. Surpassing the leader. I feel like this is actually kind of like getting the cogs going, basically. I thought you would ask me to give up on taking your life. Ah, about that, you know. You seem like a forgetful person. How do I put this? You think I'll forget again? Yeah, that's it. Provoking me this much with an annoying guy. Provoking me this much with an annoying guy. But fine, I don't want to stay here for too long. I accept your condition. Now, let's go. Yes, sir. Looks like you're not happy about it. You may want to say that you could easily take his life if I gave the order. But as I said, luck comes with the proper judgment. Although the chance is pretty low, I need to think about the worst case scenario. Well, you know about what I'm talking about after we go through that door. Ah, right. Chan. Kaji-chan. What's wrong, Kaji-chan? You need to take a break? Or take a leak, sorry? Baku-san, why? That was the money you won by risking your life. If you had to use it, at least ask them to cancel the order to take your life. But instead, you put your life in danger again. If you make a mistake, you will end up like these people. What are you thinking? What made you do that? Kaji-chan, if you pursue something, you have to take a risk. In my case, the thing I'm after is too enormous and stupid. It's not something my life can compare to. Besides, a Kakuro match is probably the safest place to me. Terrace of the Abandoned Mine arc. Hang game Hangman. Ah, right. So loser, Kakuro referee number 10, Meikama Kiro, revolutionist and terrorist Sadakuni Iki, were both hanged to death. Kakuro referee number 2, Yako Hikoichi, representative of Takomi, there we go. The Kakuro member Usogui Baku won 248.8 million yen. But I forget. I should make it clear. Because the ranking battle has changed back to its original format, the system for surpassing the leader will return to the original 2. This is the system set by the first leader. All things are good. They're all well made. From now on, as one of the conditions to challenge surpassing the leader, the challenger's exclusive referee has to be number 0. In other words, before you guys can challenge surpassing the leader, number 0, your exclusive referee has to become number 0 through the ranking battles. There are 101 referees in total. Now that the number has regained its meaning, I believe there will be some strong referees pursuing that number 0 as well. Yako-san, it will be a little relentless for an old man like you. Naturally, sir. But I never had much of an interest in strength from the start. Fufu, oh man. Usogui-kun, go ahead and say it. Ah, in other words, Yako-san, he's saying you're a liar. What do you mean by liar, you whippersnappers? There we go. We're ended there for today. I think it's a pretty good place to end on because it kind of ends the arc as well. Oh, well, kind of. So yeah, I mean, what this arc did in theory do was basically get the cogs rolling in the actual manga series from the plot perspective, because again, it's not just like surpassing the leader. There's a lot more going on here from a thematical point of view. You got the whole thing with politics now, the idea of like what's going on there. That's happening now. It's kind of like sowed its seed into the whole entire manga, and actually now I'm guessing that's now going to be a prominent point in the entire series, because now we've seen this whole entire thing with the revolutionists and actually what that whole entire thing led to. And yeah, I kind of feel like it's actually very interesting. Like, I guess I wouldn't say it's a B plot, because it's not really the B plot of the entire series. because I don't really, could you classify it as a B plot? I don't know. 'Cause it kind of feels like it's at the forefront technically of the manga series, besides what Baku's actual entire purpose actually is. But at the same time, it's still very interesting to see how it does develop, because it then actually makes the world building feel a bit more like realized, because now we're getting a lot more from that perspective. It's not just, okay, we're learning it from the battles themselves. No, we're learning it from the political side of it all. And actually, it's quite an interesting thing to add into this whole entire series. I kind of like that aspect about it as well, because it's one of those things, it's not just one thing, there's multiple things going on here, and it all kind of feed into each other, and feed in such a way that does make a lot more sense, and it actually does work really damn well. So yeah, I mean, I quite to see how that does develop, because again, it is very interesting. It's also very interesting to see how Sadakuna's entire character ended as well. It's kind of ironic in a way, because he was technically he was a pawn in the entire game in a way, pardon the pun. He was just one massive pawn in this entire plan, and now it's set into motion to an extent. So I guess he didn't start a revolution he wanted, but a revolution has started in its place. And actually, it's quite an interesting way to actually kind of do that whole entire thing as well, because again, it's one of those things that we've been following his entire. We haven't been following him, but it's been following his whole entire reason for revolution, only for it to get upended. And then also for him to actually kind of fear death at the end of it all as well. I thought it was actually quite an interesting way to end his character, because again, like I said during the stream itself, he's a character that has in theory always posed this whole stoic nature. To see it then like dismantle completely was actually quite an interesting thing to see, because again, it's one of those things that you thought that I don't fear death, I don't fear anything, I'm prepared for everything. That's what revolutionist does. But it kind of shows you, like, even the most stoic people fear death. You can't not, like Baku says, you can't not fear death because you never experienced it. How could you not fear that when it's something you've never experienced personally? I like that about him as well, because he kind of Baku's a very, very interesting character, but he does have that like humanness to him as well. Is that a correct term? He's got that. He exhibits very non-human attributes in the way he does things, but at the center of it all lies a person in a way, which is obvious, but you know what I mean. And it makes it a lot more interesting to see how he develops as time goes on as well, because again, he doesn't really exhibit many things, but the little bits and bobs here and there do go a long way to actually kind of humanize his character. Also like Marco as well, a lot as well. Marco is a very center point in his whole entire arc as well. The way he kind of developed as well was very interesting. It's one of those things that does go a long way to actually tell us that he's slowly getting out of his skin as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna figure out a schedule for this now, because I kind of need to like figure out how to cover this bit more like routinely and evenly as well, because covering a lot in one stream is probably not the best thing to do. So probably I might just do a volume and a half probably every single stream, maybe. I guess we'll see how that goes. So yeah, if you actually have enjoyed the entire stream as a whole, and as always, do leave a follow on Twitch. Does help quite a bit. Leave a follow on Twitch as well. Helps quite a bit. Also, actually, will then know when you oh yeah, sorry, missed the other bit with YouTube. So you actually have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on Twitch, and as always, do a follow on Twitch. It does help quite a lot. You will then see these streams live. If you have then enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on YouTube, and as always, do a like on YouTube, leave a sub as well. Both help quite a lot. And also then subsequently follow me on Twitter as well. Helps quite a bit. Also, you will then know when these streams are live and any other streams I may do as well. So yes, until next time, there's more Usogui. Until then, see you guys later. Bye for now.